How incredible and life changing would it be to win $1 million just by playing a game? Survivor has been putting contestants to the test for over 20 years by challenging them both mentally and physically in pursuit of this grand prize. Survivor is a microculture with its own language, traditions, and deeply invested fan base that continue to keep this reality TV alive with 48 seasons so far. Beyond just a game, Survivor has evolved into a microculture with its own norms, values, and dedicated fan community that connects people online and offline. And I'll be covering today how Survivor's gameplay creates its own microculture in which social strategy and adaptability are important, how the Survivor's fan base engages beyond just watching the show through online communities and live fan competitions, how Survivor's influence extends beyond just entertainment. To become the finalist in Survivor, you have to do more than just endure. You have to build trust, navigate alliances, and outplay, and outlast your competition. Survivor is built around strategic gameplay, where relationships can be more important than strength. Over the years, some of the best players like Parvati Shallow and Tony Blanchos have won not by being the strongest, but by knowing how to manipulate social dynamics. Studies show that Survivor reflects real world social behaviors where players form alliances in ways that mirror workplace dynamics and leadership structure. The game has its own terminology like blindside, idle play, and vote split, which have become essential to understanding strategy. In Survivor, players learn how to adapt different approaches. Some lead with control, like Boston Rob, and others rely on persuasion, like Yok Wan. Adaptability is a big lesson. You can't stick to one plan for too long because everything changes constantly. Successful players know when to stick with their alliances and when to change their strategies to stay in the game. Survivor isn't just about something that people watch, it's something they actively participate in, which creates a dedicated fan culture that extends beyond the show. There are thousands of fans on Reddit and Instagram and other platforms that break down every move, analyze past seasons, and debate the best strategies. Fans have taken their love for the game into real world competitions, with events like Survivor Maryland and Sequester, in which players go through the same types of alliances and betrayals as in the actual show. Many fans like myself participate in fantasy survivor leagues. I talked a lot I talked to a survivor fan Alicia who said, I love talking about my favorite players and their strategies with my friends. This shows how Survivor brings connection in real life. What makes Survivor unique is that its impact doesn't stop when the cameras turn off, because there are lessons from the game that can be applied in real life. Survivor strategies reflect real world leadership and negotiation, knowing when to take control, when to step back, or how to convince people to trust you. Studies show that watching Survivor can improve strategic thinking as viewers learn how to analyze risks, anticipate opponents' moves, and adapt their approach. Many former contestants have used their Survivor experience to launch careers in leadership, law, and even politics. For example, Leo Kwan went from winning Survivor to working in government and tech, and Eliza Orleans became a public defender. From strategic gameplay to its passionate fan base and real world influence, Survivor has created a microculture that continues to be more than just a reality TV. This game brings complex social dynamics, devoted fan engagement, and influence on the real world leadership and decision making, proving that Survivor is more than just entertainment. It's a test of human nature and social intelligence. If you love strategy, psychology, and social dynamics, Survivor is here to help you understand how people think and interact. Maybe it's time to drop your buffs and see what this microculture is all about.